Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Nine Sols, where today we are, I guess, heading out to really begin whatever it is that our plan is. I guess to kill Nine Sols. Sort of right there in the name, huh? My lord, it's been several centuries since you last departed. A regular life form would have had to endure countless winters and span multiple generations. I've been wanting to ask you this ever since I came back. Where is your sentiment setting at right now?
Okay.
My sentiment setting is currently locked at 90%. Who was it that adjusted your original settings? I have been ordered to not divulge that information, but your incident seems to have affected them greatly. They came over often to chat with me after you were gone. They even activated my built-in therapist module. That's interesting. So, I mean, it would seem that there's, there are characters in this mess who aren't solely enemies, perhaps? Which is not a thing that we had any, except for the little kid. But obviously, I'm not expecting the little kid to show up during this part very much. Mayhap I should just keep my damn mouth shut, then. Yee! Phew, I finally caught up with you. Schwan? There's no way I'd miss out on a hero's quest. How did you... Stop fooling around. How did you get here? Anong brought me here. He found a hole underneath the altar and wanted to check it out. I asked him to bring me along.
Huh?
Anong? You mean that paranoid Shenong? Yeah, on our way we ran into a bunch of monsters in heavy armor. They were all swinging their swords around. It was terrifying. And there was this huge glowing golden beetle, too. Anong accidentally touched it, and he immediately jumped in pain. I also saw those terrible machines. Yeah, you shouldn't be here. Like, you can talk. You ran away without explaining anything. What did you do at the ceremony? Where are we? Is this your old home? Where's Shenong? You need to go straight back to the village with him. No, I don't want to go back. You were the one who said I could make my own destiny. All I want is to stay with you. I'll do anything. I'll even do all the cooking and cleaning. Please let me stay. You can stay here for now, as long as you promise not to step outside. We'll discuss this again after I'm done with my business. Are you trying to trick me again? You better not run away on your own. Don't worry. You just stay put. I've got nowhere else to return to anyway. Okay. Well, be careful out there. I'll stay here and wait for you. Okay, it's like super bad that the kid is down here, right? And also, no doubt, sort of horribly traumatized by the things that he's seen. I guess as long as he stays inside here, he's safer than he was in the village. Ah, 3D printer. Okay, so this is where we can use some of this currency here. Allows talisman attacks to simultaneously hit an additional target. I wonder how that works. So, extra health with the pipe, but the healing applies over time and is interrupted if you take damage. Even with imprecise parries, projectiles can be deflected back and inflict increased damage. See, with this, I'm wondering, if I successfully parry a guy while another guy is standing near him and then I hit the talisman thing, does it hit them both, or do they both need to have been... Because it would be borderline useless if it required them both to have been staggered, right? Let's try this. And here we have a pipe vial. These cost 1,000, or at least the first one does. Okay, so how do I... Well, how do I reach that, I suppose, is a concern. But also, how do I need to be at one of those checkpoints to interact with my loadout, right? Yeah, I'm missing some capabilities here. All right, we'll figure it out. Actually, can I interact with it with my nymph? No. All right, well, I guess I'm not surprised by that. Oh, there is stuff up here. Interesting. Map. Okay, no, I can look at this stuff now at least. So, okay, configuration can only be changed at root nodes. Okay, next time we find one, we'll slot that and see how it works. Ah, yes, the comforting embrace of 1,000 terrifying void roots. You know, it is sort of a strange game in some ways. Ah, it's you. We meet again, fellow disciple. I don't know you. You look familiar, though. Lear? Impossible. Our fates have been joined long before either of us have realized. Where am I? A limitless realm, where the forces of heaven and earth intersect with space-time and consciousness. Okay, I don't understand a single thing you're saying. One asks while another answers, but neither can really know. Isn't it marvelous? Did you create this space? Yours truly does not possess that ability. I have studied Fusang for eons. Yet, when faced with its multitude of obscure arts, my knowledge is still left wanting. Do you also not know how to leave? That's hardly difficult. Realize what is natural and simply act on your thoughts. However, I do ask for a moment of your time. You lent me a hand many years ago, so I must not bring an end to our cycle of Tao. I said that I don't know you. This horn allows its user to resonate with Fusang, enabling travel between the central and outer nodes. This thing will take me back to the Four Seasons Pavilion. I never thought the nodes had this sort of function. If it actually works, this will save me a lot of time. Ha! This horn is of no use to ordinary people. You, however, are different. Please accept it. It's a weird conversation. Okay, when Yi was brought to the Limitless Realm, a mysterious sage presented this as a gift to him. It seemed like he recognized him for a second there, though. When blown, it resonates... Yeah, okay. All paths eventually converge. We shall meet again. Or have already met again, perhaps, it seems like. One of us is traveling one direction in time, and the other one, I have no idea. Okay, so that seems useful. Are you okay, kid? You just kind of staring at a pot? I've never seen such smooth stones in my life. How are they made? And these lights, they glow without fire. It's incredible. It's going to take some time for you to understand our Solarian world. Solarian? Is that what you call yourselves? So there is a world outside the village. You never told me about any of this. That's so sneaky of you, Yi. Well, I'm here now, so you may as well tell me everything, right? Well, you'll just get more confused the more you know. No, I won't. You know I'm not that dumb. Look, I'll teach you nice and slowly when I get the chance. Yay! Pinky promise? Pinky promise? It means you can't lie. Really? In 2 years, there was never a call to teach him about pinky promises before? The Shanghai 9000. Well, I mean, I would like to repair it. Okay. It takes 100 yen. We can make that happen. I just spent a lot because, you know, cool things. Cool things were afoot. Okay, so I know that I can't get up onto the roof from here. Okay. I was kind of hoping there might be an elevator in the middle or something. I would love to find a way to get around to that chest. But whatever. We'll get there later. So, let's I guess use that I wonder if we can use the fast travel horn to travel between here and the routes we've already seen, or if we have to do them if it only applies to stuff we meet after picking it up. Okay, we're gonna test this thing. And yeah, this doesn't seem to have a way to travel. Unless I need to like use the item somehow. Whatever. Let's just walk out. Let's just see what happens. So, the big guy from the village is around here somewhere. That feels like a thing we ought to resolve. I hope you haven't gone far, but there is something I am unsure as to whether I should share. Speak freely. In truth, I owe my existence to the decision of a certain Saul. It was through his decision that I wasn't destroyed. Who? The Saul in charge of the power reservoir, Lord Kwafu. That damn bastard. I understand you hold a grudge against him, but in my humble opinion, it might be worthwhile to engage with him. After all, Lord Kwafu's unique talents are undeniable. Even if he declines to cooperate, he could still be of value to you. Fair enough. I'll consider it. The power reservoir is located at the base of the central core. Take the transport elevator down and you should be able to find it. Okay, transport elevator. Ah. It seems so avoidable. I'm definitely not actually doing any damage here, though. Alright, well, that's embarrassing. But I've learned something about sentry statues. Yep, so here we have one of these little entrances. Pretty handy. Alright, how many enemies am I going to have to fight on the elevator? Yep, it's a classic. I knew it. As soon as there was an opening, I knew they would both come at me at once. Ah! I really thought that attack was going to end before it got to me. Okay, so you know what's super not good is the run back. This is a thing that too many games took the lesson from Dark Souls that it's good to make the player run from wherever they died, from their last checkpoint to wherever they died over and over again, and it's bad. It's a bad lesson. I'm not saying it never works or that it's never useful as a gameplay concept, and obviously Dark Souls gets a certain thing out of it, but I do not like it as a standard design. That's interesting. So you get to skip the whole elevator sequence if you fail it once? Ow. Okay, that's poor sportsmanship. Standing behind the scenery. Oh, I guess I didn't hold it for long enough. Okay. Well, that hurt very much. And I was not parrying very well there. He has a very, very long delay on his overhead. Ah! Okay. It's nice that you can run so smoothly up and down the wall. A lot of games with wall clings are very weird about it. This seems like a total nightmare. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to grappling hook onto that. Okay, it's a hack point? It's not. There is one over here, though. Ah! Right, I don't have a double jump. It's down here. Okay, well, I turned off the alarm. That doesn't really seem to have helped. Yeah, it does not look like it's supposed to be a grapple point. I mean, I definitely was not able to grapple off of it. It didn't seem like, and that is a shame because I can't test it, you know? Ah! Damn it. Tried to strike parry real fast. Did not get the parry. But I really needed to get that guy down because of the dude running up behind us. I should have just baited his attack, dashed through him, and then... But I thought I could get away with something. Alright, apparently it does not take me very long to get rusty. Do not panic, you can just strike those. Just hit them. I sure wish I could air dash. Feels like the sort of thing that is likely to be an upgrade available at some point. Okay, decent chunk of cash there. Seems to be all that this area was for. See, I need to be in a position where I can just, like, experiment with one of those a little bit. With one of those points and, you know, make sure whether they are or are not grappleable. Although, down there, it doesn't seem like the grappling hook would be useful on them anyway, obviously. What am I doing? I'm not trying to dance. Ah, okay, here we go. We're gonna get our training here. I'll call it the Tai Chi kick, but then perhaps it's too early to give it a name. Oh, okay. You bounce on it by parrying it. That is not an interaction that I would have guessed. The trick is not to predict, but to expose. Your reaction is as important as your timing. So, like, if you can touch one at all, you can then, yeah, like, do a bounce and get a little bit of extra height by going off the top of it the second time. That's good. Good to know. To think that the green key aura was visible all along. Okay. So a crimson attack where the person has a green glow can be air parried. But it seems like it doesn't show that it's going to have a green glow until after the attack starts. So how are you're just supposed to know. And you don't want to touch the crimson part in any case, it looks like.
Oh.
Expose the flow of ki to make it suit your ends. Yeah, it's a little bit like it's more like a Cuphead parry than a Dark Souls parry. Press K in midair. K. I guess K must be. That's a weird button for parry. It's it's on the mouse, so whatever. If a green glow is present on an enemy using a crimson attack, he can use Tai Chi kick to inflict internal damage to them. Okay, so it's not just a parry. Like, it does harm them as well. Internal is an interesting word to use for that. Anomalous root node. Root node system error message. This root node is experiencing abnormal energy discharge. Danger. Only maintenance personnel allowed. Root nodes were one of the key technologies that the Fangxi Guild unlocked and laid the foundation for advanced rhizomatic technology. Today, the flow and transmission of rhizomatic energy can be controlled through these root nodes. However, the mechanisms behind the primordial roots are still shrouded in mystery, even for modern Solarians. Okay, so now that we know how to interact with these nodes, hey, surprise, nerd! Ow, really bad work. Really bad work on my part. Okay, that third attack, not animation cancelable. Which I would have guessed would be the case, but I just kind of, got into it there. I got a little aggressive. Hey, you, give me my stuff back. Oh. That did not finish you off. I was kind of thinking that was going to do enough damage to end the fight. Well, that's my bad. Hey, what if I just die 100 times fighting every enemy? I mean, I gotta get my bearings with this combat system, right? Okay, let's get rid of this thing. It's causing a lot of problems. Okay. Really bad work. Just kind of terrible all around. Okay. What else is going on over here? Okay, so this is just the elevator that we took before. And we can't get any further down with this. There's some areas that we could go back to that no doubt we can interact with now. And I am sort of curious. Oh, hey, okay. Apparently, I'm going to need a little bit more ability to interact with it, whatever's over there, though. We're going to need an air dash or something. Alright, this stuff's for later, then. Okay, another one of these things that we have no idea how to defeat yet. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to push him off. I'm worried about this shield. Okay. Blocks the application of the talismans. Doesn't really seem to have much other effect. And I assume I'm not going to be able to mess with you either. Yeah. I was kind of hoping he was going to do an attack that had a green outline. Alright, well, let's go back over here. Get up there. We'll see about crossing that gap that I did not know how to cross before. Got a little spooked there. Sure looked like it was crushing time. Where was... Okay, it's up above me. Oh no, okay, I don't need to resummon the thing. All right, we've done this before. Oh. Ah. So this is not going very well. How do I just have to go back and then... No, that's still not getting me clear of the fire. Can I do the talisman dash in the air? I guess is the question then. We've never really had an opportunity before, so I don't know if that's a thing, but it seems like it would solve the problem. Or maybe if I do an aerial parry instead of a standing parry. Oh. He'll knock me back farther. That didn't really change very much. Okay. Whoa! Alright. Mr. All of my attacks hit the entire room. Yes, we can do the talisman attach in midair. That's good to know. I am not winning this fight. I would like to withdraw. Ugh. No, I guess. Okay, well, I let him reset. Let me just die and we'll start it over. I was like, well, you know what? Maybe we should go back, but I should have just kept at it because we're like not very far away from his spawn. The problem is like the run back, the run back mechanics really incentivize you to play like a total coward, which I think is the primary problem with them. That and just, you know, like, a human being only has so many minutes in their life. Well, there. At least I dropped my money outside the chamber this time. Parry was so sloppy. Finish smoking. Ah. Oh boy, the amount of damage you take when you don't parry that attack correctly is so huge. The knockback, and then you're still laying down while you get while the fire runs over you. Okay. So we got a recyclable advanced component, which yields a large amount of Jin when recycled at the 3D printer. Cool. The amount of Jin used directly affects their performance. What a weird way for that to work. So on our map, We've not seen this area before. I can't get up there. Okay, this is just the central transport hub that we've unlocked. So how does this connect to the map to our west? The Galactic Dock. No entry while warping. The Galactic Dock is a space dock built by the Council on New Kunlun. It can accommodate up to 10 Yuanbao-class ships. These ships can be piloted to nearby planets. Due to their limited range, they cannot handle interstellar travel. What if we just got out of here? What if we just went to a different planet then? Okay, can't interact with that at all. There's something very interesting going on up there, and we're totally going to check it out in a second. Okay, was there anything else? I don't think so. We still haven't really had a chance to test the jade that we installed. I have collected some fruit that I don't... What does that do? Give me a skill point, it looks like. Okay, so let's actually take a second and look at some of these. There's stuff that's unknown that we have to acquire some other like base capability that we don't have yet. This increases the maximum key charge capacity. This will recover some health after picking up experience dropped after death. With this, our talisman will automatically detonate after a short delay, lowering the risk of being attacked during detonation. Attaching a talisman consumes 2 key charges. Talisman explosions convert all internal damage into direct damage. Increases the damage of the explosion. Increases maximum key charge capacity again. Use full control to detonate a 5-charge key blast and cause massive damage. Hold down F and release it to control the length of talisman detonation time. Talisman, okay. So you can wind up more and do more total damage. Obtain an Azure Shard after detonating a 3-charge key blast. Sorry, that says sand. Obtain 1 Azure Sand. I don't actually know what that means. So we can improve our Tai Chi kick to do more damage. Hold down S and that to perform a special kick, which will bounce you up in the air for a bit if successfully landed. Okay, can be used as an alternative to the Tai Chi kick. Weird. And it's 2 points, so it seems pretty good. Gain an additional key charge after successfully performing one of the kicks. Well, if Azure Sand is valuable, if it's anything valuable, it feels like heading toward this quickly is a good idea. This inflicted increased damage from the back, bullet deflect. Take a breather to recover internal damage after a precise parry. Increases damage inflicted by deflect. Increases damage inflicted by all slash attacks. Ooh, enhanced blade seems good. I think pursuing upgrades to the Tai Chi kick seems pretty good. So is the skull... It doesn't actually say that the skull kick requires the green glow, but it does say it's used as an alternative to the Tai Chi kick, which it certainly implies it. Yeah, I think we'll just save this skill point, honestly. All right, let's keep looking around. Okay, apparently I have reached the end of my looking. Looking all over. So we could warp back to the pavilion from here. And then at the pavilion, do I have the ability to pick a node that I can warp out to, or is it just return to the last one you came here from? Or is it not even... Okay, it's just the last one you came here from. That's a real shame. Would have been a nice fast travel network. But if they let you fast travel properly, then how are they going to make you fight the same enemies 100 times? Also, I know it's on me. I could just stop. But the fact that they put money into the background objects means I feel compelled to fight all the background objects, and that is kind of annoying. I guess speaking of money, I should have really gone back and just repaired that robot while we were home. Oh, okay. I was not expecting dropping straight down to cause me to restart. I thought I would have to press right to some degree, but apparently not. Also, apparently that does not contact. This is turning out to be tougher than I was expecting. To just go back here. Okay, so we need to head down and to the right. This is the direction we're supposed to be going for the plot. You know, I just get distracted easily. Not the smoothest parry of all time. But like I said, we gotta get used to these systems. I gotta turn back around after doing that. You know, I let him have initiative. He could have fought. He chose to stand there until I killed him. May as well make this our new node. Look, it's a money. It's a whole money. It's 3 whole money. I feel powerless to stop. Okay, all the way down and this way. Ah, yes, I had stopped because I saw that guy, but he's not actually guarding like a door this time. He's just standing in an open hallway. That's pretty weird. Weird place to put a guardian. Alright, so we're on the trail of our first major foe here. Just don't walk directly into it, you big idiot. They can't possibly just be unaware, right? Like it's... I feel like they're very noticeable. Well, this is horrifying. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? This is such a hassle. This is the central control room for the power reservoir. Please listen carefully. I don't know how you woke from hibernation or how you managed to get here. However, this is a restricted zone, as according to the law, all trespassers will be removed. If you are lost, I urge you to leave as soon as possible. I've already summoned the Dusk Guardians to handle the situation. It's me, Yi. It's me, Yi. I'm Yi. I'm not saying that to him. What? Who did you say you were? You heard what I said. Disarm the security system already. He was confused by my delivery as well. That's my bad. Now you listen to me. I don't know what kind of hilarious prankster you think you are, But did you really think you'd fool me with that crude disguise? Leave now. Ugh, what a nuisance. This would be a pretty screwed up thing to do. Prank-wise. Alright, I just wanted to make this our current node. It looks like we should be able to get underneath this elevator block, I think. And I am curious what's down there. So we're going to check that out before we go the way that we're obviously intended to go. Cool stuff. Treasures. Ow. I feel bad for this thing because it definitely can't get away. A pauper jade. Increases gin collection radius, allowing for the collection of gin from further away. Okay. I guess that's something. What a weird little creature. I'm impatient. I guess, you know, with that we could smash the scenery and just keep running. Ow, I parried, but I was facing the wrong way. I'm trying to make use of the, you know, the aerial parry. I'm just not timing it at all. I was gonna say well, but if we're being honest, there's no way that I can see that we could get our nymph around to there. So I guess that door's gonna have to be open from the other side. I mean, I may as well just rest, right? I don't care if that enemy respawns. We may as well be at full health to fight this enemy. Sneak attack! Okay, better. The parries were messy, but at least they occurred. Yeah, that's worth something, I think. Okay, that seems like a bit more of a challenging battle. Okay, well, it turns out that parry wasn't even needed. Does make this a little easier. Thanks for letting me through. I tried to tap through and it just did not go. Damn it. Alright, come on, get it. Do it right. Well, he turned around instantly that time. That's no good. I need a second. Yeah, I hopped reflexively, and then it turns out you can't air dash. Okay. So it's a little bit easier to take this on if we go around that way. I'm trying not to do it too early, and it's ending up making it way late. You just separate them. So sometimes I can apply the talisman after the parry. It didn't seem to work before, but I got it to happen one time there. But other times it seems like the intended behavior is to bait him into the attack and then dash behind him and just hit him. Is this a bad enough start? I'm just going to give it a second and let it recover. I was going to say a bad enough start to just run down there and hit the button again, because again, that is mechanically a thing that these rules, these mechanics certainly encourage. Okay, that does work the way we want it to. Pretty handy. I'm pleased that the dash carried me far enough to avoid the projectile. Okay. I'm learning very, very slowly. But that counts. It's not nothing. Okay, so this lets me down out here, which lets me open this door, presumably to stay open between lives. Here comes a dog. Impressive that it's able to attack me like that without losing its balance and falling off the wire. I'm trying to anticipate the opportunity for the Tai Chi kick and actually execute it. It is obviously not part of my vocabulary just yet. It was a pretty messy version of that, but I guess we got there. So I did fully just press the wrong direction. Listen, who can tell the difference between left and right? Interesting. Okay, one more pain in the ass solved. Do we want to go this way or do we want to go down? I guess let's poke our heads out this way. Okay, another transporter that I probably don't want to mess with right now. Let's at least finish mapping this area. Right. It doesn't. The talisman run through doesn't actually stop them both from attacking. The reason I can usually get the stand still long enough to detonate my talisman is not because the enemy is stunned by the talisman. It's because the enemy is stunned by the parry. Alright, new plan. Piss him off and run and they should not be so predictable. How am I failing at that? Oh, hey there. Would you like to take a laser bath? Oh, no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Okay. Oh, alright. Okay, it does kind of work. You can get him to run into the lasers. And I'm sure that you're intended to. That's a silly way to take damage. Ow. Ah. Right in the back of my head while I was smoking. Very uncool. This is the other thing that's troublesome about these mechanics. It has encouraged the development of enemies that have no chill, no social graces whatsoever. I can't respect these people. I'm a little surprised how long it takes the lasers to come on. I pressed the wrong button. Whatever. It's cool. It's not like I'm going to need that help. I'm having a tremendous amount of trouble actually dealing damage. Oh, okay. Well, the range on that is just whatever it needs to be, huh? Alright, so getting in on him is the first and realest problem. Stupid dog. It does seem like in a setting like this, I should just have a gun, right? Doesn't it seem like that would be the way to solve these problems? What if I just shot him with my big gun? I did it again. Why? How am I? Okay. All right, that is a hop kickable offense there. Yeah, see, if I try to dash in between the spear strikes, he's able to do the second, like, he takes no stun from my parry at all. And so I just get hit. These enemies are too cowardly. They are too cowardly to be defeated. This thing where they show the slightest bit of strategy and not just attacking me first all the time. Really making me look stupid on the internet. And frankly, I don't need any help with that. That was so much damage. Such a bad parry. It's so fast. So the crimson version of the spear charge and the non-crimson version move at hugely different speeds. I had to make sure that I'm hitting both of them when I do the talisman charge. So at this moment, we can just back out without encountering him, and I guess I'm going to, because we should probably end the episode. We will come back. We will get that dude's number. Yeah, here's the problem with your strategy of just run past me and don't do anything. It lets me stab you in the back, you big idiot. There's a reason that enemies usually attack. Alright, first of all, skills. I'm not using my Tai Chi kick, but we're gonna put points in it to encourage me to use it better. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. We're also gonna pop back to base, actually, because I do want to make sure I give that robot my money before we lose it all in an irresponsible fashion. Although, wait, how much do I have? Is it 920? So not quite enough to buy more pipe, but that obviously is a high priority as well. Robot assistant, get me data on this region. Solarian? Loading. I think I maybe didn't do such a good job repairing this.
Huh?
Is it broken? It's been drawn on, too. That's suspicious. Is this thing... No, are you supposed to be here? Identify yourself, or I will disassemble you. Easy. I, Shanghai 9000. Not suspicious. Shanghai 9000. Won't hurt you. Help. Service. Help. Guide. Solarian. Shanghai 9000. Cooperate. Give me map data. Give you benefit. Benefits? Like what? Shanghai 9000. Collect each zone map data chip. Shanghai 9000. Analyze map. Show you. Help. Hack. Read. Resources. Information. You win. I win. We win. You can analyze map data chips from each zone and locate any resources. Is that correct? Correct. Shanghai 9000. One for each zone. One Shanghai 9000. One. Map data chip. Thank you. Cooperation. Oh, you're certainly quick to thank me. You're acting way too weirdly. I've never seen a robot assistant proactively make a request of someone. But if you can really provide data on those resources, I'll consider working with you. This is so much conversation for a thing that requires no conversation. I especially don't love the bit where it's just the robot says something really slowly and haltingly, and then the character repeats the same thing, and then the robot repeats it again. Like, okay, so this is our recycler, right? We have, wow, that advanced component is indeed worth a lot. Okay, so that will allow me to print a pipe vial then. Next one's at 2K. Increases health restored. I don't think we're gonna... I think we're just gonna carry the rest of this money. It does feel like it's a good idea to spend it as soon as you can spend it, but we just don't have anything useful to do with it just yet. Okay, so obviously it's taken me a minute to get my legs here. I'm working on it. But we're getting somewhere. We're starting to get somewhere. I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we are putting that spear guy to bed. And then also, I don't even know that what's down there is important. I'm just feeling ornery about it now. Also, we'll like explore the area and try to find Kuafu or whatever. And we'll see you then.